Chris has an easier time with dogs, believe it or not, because he fires slightly faster. Still sucks ass, though, evidently. Like that, horse on seiko. That means saving complete. That is identifiable as a phrase, where the meaning is 100% understandable to me, even though I don't actually speak Chinese. The meaning can be understood. But then sometimes a bunch of the characters just like, nope, no idea. It's like the character's there for like for gun, not a clue. Now what about this one? How about the characters for this arrowhead over here? That's sort of understandable. There's one mystery in there. Do I know simplified or traditional Chinese? No, I know Japanese, which is neither. It's a whole other branch of the fucking tree. Nah! Up! Japanese is a funny, like, split the difference both ways kind of situation, where some of its simplified characters are the same as simplified Chinese, and some of its the old QG type forms are mostly congruent with traditional characters, and you will end up seeing a few traditional characters if you learn the language. So, like, both. Sometimes both, sometimes neither. Like that. Every single character in that book title there, fucking no. Actually, no, I understand one of them, but only because I'm familiar with how with how that... That's cheating, because I'm used to that one. The only character I could identify in the title of the book is the one that acts as a possessive. It's like something of something, and the character that is of is the one I know how to read, because it's not the same in Japanese, per se, but it does turn up in, like, the archaic names of places, where its usage is mostly congruent with that. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. Kanji does come from Chinese. I know. I know. But in terms of its, like, compatibility with both the simplified and traditional character sets, it's like... It's not precisely either. Which is very fun. Still, there is significant overlap. Not enough to make anything, like, readable to me. Dough. I wanted to play... There you go, a Chinese language RPG at one point. Ow. Oh, he's gonna grab me. Oh, he reached out and grabbed me. Abracadabra, etc. I wanted to play a Chinese language RPG. I wanted to play a so-called Legend of Sword and Fairy, which is not a very inspiring title, but it doesn't sound good in English. I must assume this sounds better in Chinese than it does in English. And there is an English patch for it, but the English patch is kind of bad. It's just awkward, and things aren't phrased that well, and it, like, takes a bite out of what I assume is probably a fairly well-written game, given how well-regarded it seems to be in that whole gamer sphere. And I was like, okay, well, this English patch kind of sucks. But it was translated to Japanese on the Sega Saturn, so maybe I can use that instead. And the only contemporary reviews I could find in Japanese gaming magazines at the time all complain about the translation sucking. And I'm just like, fuck. No peace on this earth. Handled that like a champ. E-man. Have a good day at work. Thank you very much for dropping in. Shoutouts to, like, Sega Retro, by the way, for having, like, for on their page for this game, having immediate sourced links to contemporary reviews of the game. I could just, like, click on the link and it would immediately take me to a page scan of a random Sega Saturn magazine back in the day that just has a full-page spread review of the game. I'm just like, this is very helpful. This is, like, super well-indexed. What the hell? I'm stuck on the stairs! Yikes. That was not good. Fairy is one of the goofy terms in that style of Shansha stuff. I don't know if I pronounced that word correctly. Please forgive. I can imagine. But the thing is that the games I'm talking about, it's like, one English translation is Legend of Sword and Fairy, which doesn't sound good in English, but the only other English name it's been given is Chinese Paladin, and that's surely worse. That doesn't sound good either. And, like, I don't even think it is, like, a real, like, name. I think it's just a name that people came up with. You know, like a fake one. It's like, oh, it's a Chinese game, call it Chinese Paladin. It's like, thanks, man. Fucking hell. Alternate control scheme. Please control yourself. Like, that sounds dumber, you know? That was an accident. I made 2 mistakes that cancelled out. Why? I'm holding down right. Why are you going forward? What is wrong with this room? It's like the Silent Hill 2 random angle bug. Why does every game with this control scheme have that problem? Is there a tank controls category? Nah. Even this one, we use a mixed style of the two. I've never heard of a leaderboard that would separate the runs by control style. Sleepy guy! Ooh, God, I got stuck on the way out. Ooh. Yeah, I wanted to try playing this game, but both of its translations into languages I actually speak are apparently kind of rough, so that sort of put me off. far be it from me to suggest, but I think the industry around translating Chinese language games to English might not be as flush with interested personnel than the one for translating Japanese games to English. Because I do notice this is a recurring problem. How was that, like, kind of like Octopath-looking Chinese martial arts game that came out recently? People were asking me, Wandering Sword, I think it was called. People were asking me if I was interested in that. How did that come out, translation-wise? It's decent but not stellar. Sounds like Octopath to me. But how's the translation? Damn, why can't you do that with Jill? I wish. It's much simpler. It's because you start in a different place, that's why. Yeah, there is a like an NES bootleg of Resident Evil. That is in Chinese. I think, funny enough, that does have an English patch now. We live in a world where people English patch bootlegs. Clearly I should learn that run at some point. I should learn Biohazard NES bootleg. Classic speedrun. Definitely written to reflect the style of a wuxia shansha fiction, which is a bit formal. Interesting. I have never read one of those, so I'm unfamiliar with the style. It is not known to me. Grab me! Yeah! Chris, away! What do I like about the Chris route? He has an easier time with dogs, and getting bit twice doesn't instantly end the run. I would say the trade-off you make with Chris'em, Biff'em, Whiff'em, Sniff'em over here is that his early game is slightly easier to get off the ground, but his mid to late... not mid. Late's pretty much the same. But the mid is much harder. The middle of the game is much harder and a lot less forgiving. You get a lot more wiggle room to fuck up with Jill. Oh. Cornering hard. That's what I feel, anyway. They remake RE1 again, but it's still fixed camera because the environment's all rendered in 3D. I don't see why you would do that, is the thing. Like, for the bit, obviously, now. But they did that with, like, Code Veronica, where all the environments were rendered in 3D, but you still couldn't control the camera, and it felt kind of weird that you couldn't control the camera in that game. Because there was no longer any, like, real reason you couldn't. You just couldn't. I didn't really have a good reason to pick up this first aid spray, by the way. I'm just gonna eat it. Yum. Close. Never noticed, but me saying that helped you realize why you always thought Code Veronica looked so weird compared. Yeah. Especially because Code Veronica has a number of cases where, like, there are zombies that are just out of camera frame, and it's like, why can't I turn the camera to look at them now, huh? Indeed, when you complete the battle game, you get the option to play in first-person mode, and you can see everything from the first-person perspective. I'm not a Code Veronica hater, but I am saying it is, like, the point where you can, like, that is why fixed camera angles, like, outlived their usefulness. It's an interesting style that led to a series of interesting games. But the reason fixed camera angles existed is not necessarily because anyone thought it was, like, the optimal way to make a video game. It existed because they wanted nice-looking backgrounds, but didn't, like, have the ability to make nice-looking environments that you could also move the camera around. So they had to present and render the room from exactly one angle and just affix the camera to that one angle. Like, you couldn't get environments that look this nice on the GameCube, you know? Where Resident Evil 1 first came out. These are essentially images. But then when you get around to Code Veronica, like... Even though I think Code Veronica came out first, but you know what I mean. where all the environments are now, you know, fully 3D rendered and what have you, fixed camera starts to feel a bit more strange. Still, it is an interesting style that causes interesting gameplay styles and game designs to emerge around. So I don't think it's invalid as a technique, but there is a reason the series moved on from it. And it's now the purview of, like, indie developers trying to evoke a specific style. I like fixed camera angle games, but you do have to be kind of careful with it. Like, as I've played many a fixed camera angle survival horror game on this stream, we have seen the instances where you can do this style really badly. Parasite Eve 2 in specific has, like, the worst implementation of fixed camera angles I've ever seen in a game of its type. And it's, like, still not a terrible game, but just holy shit, guys. You put the camera somewhere normal or stop. Oh, they're gonna bite me in my little Chrissy bum bum. Ah! They bit me. The sharks bit me.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety. Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
First time we played, you got caught up by the boss fight fake out. Yeah, that stuff sucks. That stuff is just sloppy about Code Veronica. Like, the character swapping thing is handled so sloppily in Code Veronica, it's baffling. Like, aha, you're back in control of a different character now. Like, is this the end of the game? Should I, like, be very prepared for this? No! If you put anything on her, you lost what you put on her. Why? Why did you make it that way? What is your fucking problem? That kind of thing's just so, like, not... It's just not good. Like, it's really clumsily put together. I tell you a thing I like about Code Veronica, though. If you mash really hard when a zombie grabs you, you can push them off without getting bit. That's pretty cool. You can parry, basically. So, like, if you get caught out by, like, a huge crowd of zombies, if you can do the mash mambo, you can just push your way through them. That's funny. I'm not a Code Veronica hater. I do like that game still. Although I don't disagree with the assessment. I think it's in, like, competition with Zero for, like, worst tank control game. But I also think, like, it's kind of on the lower end of a good set, you know? I don't think Code Veronica's bad. There are definitely a lot of elements I don't think are, like, the most well-considered. You know, I have the same complaints everyone else does, really. I ain't falling for it this time. 5, 6, 7. 8. No, why you gotta do that to me, dude? Why you gotta give me that? Why you gotta smack me around? Yeah, 2 spare shots. Which is enough to get by Yawn, but not enough to also then have a spare shot for the guy. Hi, Rebecca. Yeah, I tend to the school of thought that Zero is the weakest tank control game. Although I might replay Zero at some point soon anyway. Because you know what else has in concert with REmake having a new Doorskip mod that saves a bunch of time over previous runs. REmake and Zero are cut from the same cloth, so... Zero also has such a thing. And Zero, inexplicably, is a leaderboard that actually allows you to play on the easy difficulty setting. So it may, in fact, be easy. Would love that. Ow! Less of that. That's bang out of order. That's bang out of order. Whee! Sufferari Zero, true dat. But who knows how much suffering it truly is when you're playing on easy. I like to go fast. Could also do Wesker mode. Wesker mode seems like a hoot. You can just dash fast and like do laser beams at stuff. I'm not even sure how you unlock Wesker mode in Resident Evil 0. I've never done it. Just beat the game on any difficulty? Theoretically, I should already have it. Because I've definitely finished the game before, you know? Bruh, what is this shit? That zombie's positioning was extremely cringe. on the GameCube version. Ah, you know what? That might actually be the catch. It's not, isn't it? You're right. Did I finish it on the Steam version, or did I finish it on the GameCube version? Because I do own the GameCube version. You're sleepy? You're sleeping now? At this time of day? Nah, okay, I got the grenade, it's fine. I think we traded. I was right. Yeah, now that you guys mentioned, I'm not sure I've ever actually finished Zero in its HD remake incarnation. I can check the achievements to see this. In fact, I think I will the next chance I get. Bin the book. And back up you go. This has become Zero hater chat. Oh dear. The haters are thriving today, they really are. Haters in my chat. Haters, they hate Resident Evil, they hate it. Resident Evil is the worst game franchise. You know what? I agree. Fuck Resident Evil. Where's Silent Hill? It's much better. Oh. Ah. Damn. Where are the Silent Hill Ascension enjoyers? Clipped and sent to Capcom. They don't give me nothing anyway. Capcom doesn't talk to me.
I disagree.
6 in wave.
Moggles God, thank you for the 18 months of Prime Gaming. know, I try to get in contact with Capcom so I can get, like, you know, keys and stuff, and they're just like, damn, your speedruns are too fast for us. We can't work with you. And I'm just like, shit. Shit! I need to be slower. That's, like, not totally true. They did give me Street Fighter 6. I was able to get that. Unfortunately, I couldn't even stream much of it, because it kept fucking crashing OBS for some reason. Move, you... You! Oh, I'm bad at moving. Whee. Yeah, I've been paying no attention to Ascension, because, in all honesty, it's pretty likely it's written by AI. And there's just nothing, there's no joy to be had in that.
You will give me an egg.
It'd be so much more interesting if it was, like, organic bad, but AI bad is just, there's just nothing to say. Like, AI doesn't have any thoughts or feelings to make fun of. So it just kind of makes me feel a bit empty. I'm having difficulty selecting the goddamn piece. The lack of intentionality means it's just no fun to even criticize, you know? Didn't die. Why didn't you die? I had an argument with someone trying to defend the use of AI voice in the finals. Don't even bother. You're wasting your time. If someone, like, they're just wrong. There's nothing else to it. There's no argument to be made for it. They just didn't feel like paying actors. They could have. They just didn't want to. Incidentally, I've been hearing so goddamn much about that game since it came out, and I just, like, I have no interest. I'm just not a multiplayer game guy, but, like, it's really astounding how much all of a sudden this game that I'd never once heard of before is, like, somehow the most popular game on the planet. It's like, what the fuck, man? I don't understand video games anymore. I'm not going to cut around the middle, because it never fucking works for some reason. Just go around. Hey, yo, Dead Cell. I haven't really sat down and played a multiplayer game in a very long time. Remember the stream I did where I played REverse? I feel like that is a great example of why I don't. Not just because REverse is a pile of shite, naturally. But I think people, like, seeing how insane I got about it would provide a very strong argument for why I'm not that kind of gamer. Oh boy. It's time to start with DBD. No. I think not. I rather think not, actually. Thank you very much. Ooh, fucking thumb slipped off the...
No.
Never going to play Dead by Daylight. It's not going to happen. You know, unless they paid me a lot, I guess. I'm open for sponsors. That's the thing, the vast majority of sponsorship offers I actually get in my inbox, like a vast majority of them are for multiplayer games. And the fact I don't play multiplayer actually makes it really difficult for me to, like, do anything with it. Which makes sense, you know, they're trying to prop up a consistent player base. But it's like, I don't position myself effectively for this. As always, capitalism wins once again. In the new year, I'm gonna be financially reliant on this shit. You're joking, if, like, of course. Of course. Of course I'm open to the concept.
I disagree.
Hooray, capitalism.
Yay! Yo, Dead Cell, thank you for the 11 months. This being said, I'm like, I still don't take very many sponsorships, you know? Right. Woo! I'm bad. Is REverse still going? It's still going in the sense that the servers are still up, and you can connect to them. Good luck finding a game, though. Someone disagrees with me? They do. Yell Dead Cell. There are 11 months of Prime Gaming. Thank you. Thank you. I think I said thank you already. Thank you twice. Thank you once again. Feels like damning by faint praise. It's not even faint praise. It's like, the servers are still online, but I don't think there's enough to fill a lobby. There are 11 people currently playing. That is enough, I think, to fill one lobby. Can't play the game as bots for a team. Bots? In modern multiplayer game? Ooh, stinky! No, you cannot. There's no bot support in REverse. Also, that game isn't even team-based. So it'd just be like a bunch of random bots killing each other.
This sucks on ice.
It does suck on ice, doesn't it? Whoa, stinky. Ooh, stinky. Man, you know what's a multiplayer game I might actually have played if it came to fruition? There was on the Nvidia GeForce leaks a while ago, like the one that's been correct for years now. Fucking Time Splitters 2 Remastered was on that list, and that's presumably now dead in the water because Embracer fumbled billions of dollars and got the entire team fired. Mega conglomerations suck. Yay! Many such cases. There are many such cases this year. Embracer bought a whole bunch, bought like fucking 30% of the industry out, mismanaged billions of dollars, and laid them all off. Nice one, guys. Last of Us Multi was the last victim. Embracer had nothing to do with that. That wasn't an Embracer thing. That was a Naughty Dog not wanting to become a live service studio thing, which, I'll be honest with you, I actually respect the shit out of Naughty Dog for just, like, being like, nah. I think their rationale for not continuing with Last of Us Online was actually quite sane. Like, good for them, you know? I respect that. I like your cut, G. Yeah, they read the room, and in my opinion, they read it correctly. Particularly because, like, apparently, you know, it was in response to negative internal, feedback from Bungie, but it's like... I don't think it's specifically Bungie's feedback, I think it's the state of Bungie that they looked at and were like, do we want that? Don't do it, Lisa.
My mother?
Breathe. Good timing on that one. What the fuck? Go... Dude, I'm bad. What am I doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. That wasn't at the bottom. I can't type. Nah. Morning, my noddy. They hadn't invented password security yet. They really hadn't, though, had they? Dude's password is his girlfriend. What a loser. I once again applied gun to the problem. Need to skip a split. Oh god, I'm bad. Okay, he's on the I really got put into caution by that? Shit, that's not good. That's really gonna ruin my rhythm for this. This sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. He didn't even react, man. I don't know how much time I just lost to that. That was really shit. Man, I got put into caution from one bite. What the hell? I was on green before. That sucks. Like, that doesn't kill my lead, pretty sure, but, like, man. Ouch. I tried to kill it as well. Like, I tried to use gun on the problem, and I just got too far forward. Shit. I tried to play it safe, and it just didn't go that way. Bleh. I think I have enough ammo, but just in case I don't. Yeah, 9 shots is plenty. Get me out of here. Okay, yeah, that definitely cost me. That sucks. But it's okay. Why'd you do that? Why'd you turn around like that? Just to give me a heart attack? What was that for? Was it just to upset me? Huh? Whoops. Yep. That is clean 54. Clean 54. Clean, brothers.
Chris, you did a fine job.
You did a fine job, Chris'em. Clean 54. Excellent. We improved. We did a strong set of runs today, huh? I cut a lot of time off my PB.